Stratford came out of an act almost of desperate hope that something could happen, and the audacity of that, the insanity of economically reviving a community through a Shakespeare festival. So this idea is even crazier, but it's just as beautiful. Quite a few things scare me about the Suchitoto project. There's quite a few areas to be worried about, from the very simple, will this thing work, down to, will something bad happen?
We really want not only to build a culture, but we want to save our young people from the violence that has taken over El Salvador. We are the most violent country in the Americas. We have had more recruitment of gang members from outside Suchitoto, and it is hard for our young people to resist.
In January, we had 7 young people killed in that community. That happened 2 days before our people were to leave, and I thought, wow, what do we, you know? That's where our kind of idealism gets its nose bloodied against the fact that this is a tough part of the world.
Yo siento que nos afecta drásticamente porque
I feel it affects us drastically because we feel inhibited. We can't carry out our daily tasks because we're afraid that something will happen to us on the street.
It really affects all young people, all of us who want to develop further. Other jealous people may come and approach us and start to extort money from us.
You're in this space, and you see them cross, and then you go to here. They want to lay it on top like bad Mexican soap opera acting. It's all surface work, right? It's all imitation. And with the writing work that they've done and how far they've come that way to make this their voices, not mine, now they need to embody that from the inside out. It's got to be big, magical. Watch it disappear. Okay.
Stratford, 50 years ago, was a municipality in despair. Now it represents 35% of the economy of that region. So there is a really big link between culture and economics. This is what development is about.
I think that in 5 years, 10 years, this will be a great company.
What we would like is that this Suchitoto becomes a center for the performing arts for the country and even for Central America.
Hector, fantastic. We somehow have to get him on to show the rest of them. Hector's embodying his character.
I really like it, and becoming an artist is one of my dreams and that of my family.
I have always loved theater, and to have people who live so far away in such different circumstances also be so interested in that and also need it so desperately. And then it means that it's something that you know how to do that you can help them with. That's like a perfect circle of passion and satisfaction, and it makes you absolutely committed.
Ahora solo me quedan aquellos recuerdos y en mi corazón más feliz te quiero sin tu amor.
I think one of the really interesting things about being involved in this project is the people that we meet. For example, Soila, one of our seamstresses, she comes here, volunteers her time to sew for us, and then goes back to work afterwards. So her days have been incredibly long while trying to take care of 5 kids all under the age of 17. Whose skirt do you have?
Esmeralda.
You have Esmeralda, okay. And she has Mariela. She was talking to some of the girls in the shop the other day about, well, why are you doing this? She said, well, I think it's really important to show my kids that there are options, that they have options.
There's been a lot of good work done through, let's call it a charity model, where people from the north bring, resources to the south. But that's not what we're trying to do. We also want the Canadians to learn, if you want something that's sustainable, you have to do it both ways.
We can't make this North American theater. It has to be from them and it has to be generated by them.
How many days till you guys do present this to the town?
3.
Are you ready?
No.
Romeo and Juliet is the story of our country. With Montesquieu and Capuleto fighting each other and killing our daughters and sons. This is our story.
They have a background which was just devastating, horrific.
They learned to live in the darkness, in the struggle.
The war was never worse in any part of El Salvador than in Suchitoto, so it's this beauty and this creativity against a backdrop of blood.
Atención, ok, les voy a dar a cada uno una toalla. Lo que van a hacer ahorita es irse a lavar y se regresan para acá. 5 minutos tienen. A ver, sí. Gracias.
Yeah, Mike. Just a little bit more there.
Con eso y regresa. Gracias.
Excellent.
Pull your pants up. Hola, mama.
Hair down.
Yes. A few small minor notes or alterations, but nothing that we didn't already expect.
Well, at this point, I'm so eager for tomorrow. There are many things that can scare me at this moment. Something can fail, but it always happens in theater.
Good, Fatima. Better. Yeah.
Gracias.
That's the way to take control of it, yeah? Yeah. That's the leader.
Edward!
So seriously, how much can you do after this point?
Not a hell of a lot. The tech will be what it is. The chicken will be what it is. I'm hoping the sound will confuse the bats enough that they'll stop swooping, because they dig the canopy that we've created and they like flying through it and hanging off of it. So this could be interesting.
Is this house done in Stratford?
No. It's done a lot more carefully in a room, one at a time, probably about 10 to 20 minutes per person, I would imagine, depending on the makeup.
And today?
Today it's hot, I have no mirrors, and I'm using my fingers. Yes.
You are actors now.
Ahora ya son actores.
We have a great history
Tenemos una gran historia.
that all the other actors in the world are pulling for you. And they all believe in you. So you have to believe in yourselves.
Y todos creen en ustedes, así que ustedes tienen que creer en ustedes mismos.
Now I have to go before I start to cry.
Vamos. Vamos.
Utilizando nuestras habilidades, instintos, sabiduría y experiencia.
Cazan mucho más que nosotros.
Sí, pero esta no es mía, es de un amigo que me la ha prestado.
Looking at these kids today, for me, was very emotional to see. It's a vision, but I think it's going to happen.
This is so crazy. They say we have more people in this procession than they get at all, like during the churches and the Stations of the Cross.
Why do you think that art holds the answer?
Art allows us to share our hope, to share our darkness.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
We're trying to create theater and beauty and economic revitalization and an outlet for young people within a very complex situation.
How do we get these people to help each other do it? That's the critical thing.